If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to the Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. Playing some Historic today and playing my Pro Tour deck list. Now, of course, there's the lead time on these videos. It's worked out pretty well last time there was the set championship, but I'm recording this before playing in the set championship. Obviously, it was that last weekend for y'all in the future, and basically Pro Tour, Standard, and Historic. And my Historic deck is blue-white auras once again. Now, I went undefeated in the last set championship playing this deck, and this is actually the exact same deck list. Card for card, same 75. Not that I didn't change some cards here and there and try things, but very, very happy with this list overall. And Historic hasn't changed very much. So as you're watching this, maybe I went, X and O again, won the Pro Tour. Maybe I lost every round, did really bad. Who knows? But you can go check the standings and find out. But this is a really, really good deck in the Historic format. This Auras deck is very cheap, very aggressive, very linear. If you're first time seeing it, this is a deck based around Kor Spiritdancer and Sram Senior Edificer. Both cards that where when you cast an aura, you draw a card. So we got 8 engine cards. Stormchaser Drake is filling in as the kind of like the extra engine card. And then a whole bunch of auras. Very simple. Cartouche of Solidarity. First strike makes token. Sentinel's Eyes. Vigilance +1/+1. It can come back from the graveyard. Arcane Flight gives flying boost. Obsession draws cards. Insight draws cards and gains life. So play one of these creatures, put a bunch of auras on it, and go to town, right? But this deck is a lot more than that, thanks to the addition of a couple of cards here. Esper Sentinel, obviously one of the best cards in Modern, just a phenomenally good card, and a phenomenal card to play early. It's a must-kill creature if it's very good against Phoenix and Control decks, which are the main decks in the format. And Savior helps keep things alive as well. But aside from that, there's also a lot of interaction in this deck, too. We have 3 copies of Spell Pierce. And Spell Pierce is awesome in this deck. It's great with Sentinel. They pay the 1, you counter their spell. And it's great because the early turns matter so much in this deck. It's all about getting a threat in the board, defending it for a turn, and then once your snowball starts rolling with Sram or Spiritdancer in play, you draw a bunch of cards, and now you're way ahead, and you're in great shape to win. So Pierce is phenomenal. Also, Karametra's Blessing as a protection spell is phenomenal. This gives +2/+2. But if it's an enchanted creature, it gets hexproof and indestructible. So once you have at least 1 aura on your creature, this can protect it from a wrath, from any targeted removal spells, combat. Very, very powerful card. Great defensive card as well. And topping it all off is Lurrus. This is a phenomenal Lurrus deck. An absolutely phenomenal Lurrus deck. All your cards are cheap anyway, and your opponent is highly incentivized to kill all your things early. And turn 3, put Lurrus in, turn 4, whatever, and rebuild. Super, super great. Sideboard's got some interactions, some removal spells here in Portable Hole and Heliod's Punishment for a little removal. We have Hushbringer here for any ETB decks, Collect Company decks, maybe life gain decks, whatever it might be. So I can land a little graveyard hate. Cerulean Drake's really cool one with Pro Red, very good against Phoenix or other red-based removal. It's a safe target for your obsessions and so on and so forth. And then Dovin's Veto for control decks. Deck's great. A lot more play than you would think to this deck. Looks kind of like a play my thing, put a thing on it. But with Sentinel, Spell Pierce, and Blessing, and having to time your spells against what your opponent is doing, super fun to play, super good deck. Let's battle and see how it goes. Brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right, let's rock and roll. On the play, opponent is playing Gigantha the Wellspring. That can mean a few things. Could mean the Nib Mizzet deck. But great hand here. So that's what we're looking for. We got turn 1 Doggy, turn 2 Spiritdancer. On the play, looking pretty good. Play Pathway in white. Play Vidogo and say go. We have 1 aura as well, which is important. You draw your auras, obviously. We might end up going Stormchaser on 2. Let's see. They're definitely playing the Nib Mizzet deck. I think going Stormchaser on 2 is an option here, because you then in turn 3 you can play Spiritdancer, put the aura on the thing and draw 2. But we're just going to size up here. I'm just going to size up. Play with some blue, play Spiritdancer, attack for 1, say go. Barring Vanishing Verse, our Spiritdancer should be ready to rock and roll. And we should have a pretty fast clock here. Tap land, go. Cool. Alright, so let's get the party started. I think we're going to play a second Spirit Dancer. We only have one aura right now, so just going to spam Spirit Dancer and play and spread the love a little bit. So, again, maybe playing Drake would have been a little bit better, but with multiple Spirit Dancers and stuff like that, we're good to go. So, let's get Spirit Dancer, and let's just play another, play this thingy, play Cartouche. Now we're going against Deafening Clarion here. We're drawing some cards, draw some cards, fill the old hand up, and put some power on the board and attack. Slow to draw another aura yet, but that's okay. That's okay. Want to draw an aura? That's definitely definitely part of the equation for sure. We see Haunted Ridge and Territorial Kavu as a 4/4. So a decently sized Kavu. We draw a non-aura. So that is not ideal. That is not ideal. Now we're currently all dressed up with nowhere to go. Options are to play Spirit Dancer and Drake, or we can put Lurrus into our hand. We're going to attack for this. Bluff a Blessing, see if they block or not. Third block, which is reasonable, I think. And now our options are to play Spirit Dancer or Drake, or to put Lurrus in our hand. Spirit Dancer Drake is pretty bad against Deafening Clarion. Doesn't really change things that much. So we're going to draw an aura. I'm just going to put Lurrus in my hand as they go. We could, like, play untap land and bluff Spell Pierce, but I don't think we're going to be doing that. So we're going to just play lands as they go. Could have also played a Plains, I guess, that turn, but... Alright, getting into somewhat scary range here. They have a lot of cards in their hand, of course. Savior's good, but we're not super well protected. Super well protected at the moment. There's definitely a Clarion. This is actually fine. So, save Spirit Dancer. And now we actually have Lurrus plus Savior, which is great too. So, any aura would be insane. Not drawing an aura would also be okay, I think. Oh, that works too, I guess. They can exile this thing. That's fine too. Sure. That's true. That card does that. A lot of text in my card. But we draw an aura, so I think we're good to go here. So, let's play Spirit Dancer number 3. And try and ensure our draws here. And going to spread the love a little bit. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And we can't draw another aura for some reason, but sure. That's fine, I guess. Play land. We're going to attack. Leave a Spell Pierce and say go. I mean, they're probably going to play a dragon this turn, so we do need to draw some auras here. The deck is called Auras. There are a lot of auras in the deck. We got, 9%, 7%, 5%. Insight's 5%. 2 more Cartouches. A large portion of our deck is auras right now, but... Oh my god. Well, if we had that second blue up, this would be great for us, but we don't. They have a Maelstrom Pulse, which is somewhat comical, but I guess I did not consider playing around Maelstrom Pulse and diversifying my threats a little bit. So, they're in for 5, sure. We are going to draw Blessing. Right on time. Right on time. Okay. We can fix this. Still only have 2 blue. I think just Lurrus Spirit Dancer is pretty reasonable. Play land. Lurrus. Play Spirit Dancer and just say go. It's Spell Pierce Blessing up. Blessing isn't as good as I have no enchanted creatures, but... Yeah, that was a pretty brutal Maelstrom Pulse, I'm not going to lie. No lies. No lies. Alright, you are up. End of turn, they're going to Helix that. We're going to Spell Pierce it. And I still have a lot of cards in hand, but... Oh my god. Well, everything has gone about as good as possible for our opponent and about as badly as possible for us here, unfortunately. But we draw an aura and I think we're still good here. An iteration too, okay. And they find a land, sure. We draw a non-aura. A non-aura indeed. Alright, so we can go Sram and then Otawara cost 3. Just bounce this Territorial Kavu, I guess. Alright, we'll say go, I guess. Doesn't feel particularly great, but it is what it is, I guess. Prismari command. We can Blessing and save it, which is reasonable. So let's do that. And they have Lightning Elix also. So we can Spell Pierce this, but I have to just Chump Block anyway. So the good news is that now they can't recast their thing. So I'm sorry, they can with the treasure, but all right. So still, we draw an Aura, and I think we're not great, but we can make some things start to happen here. We did not. All right. So pretty bad draws overall. Well, it didn't run out exactly like we would have liked there, but that's okay. That's okay. So going to game number 2 here, we're going to bring in Cerulean Drake and Dovin's Veto. And we're going to cut a couple copies of Stormchaser Drake. And Spell Pierce is still good. Blessing is good. Savior's fine. A couple Drakes, actually. Cut all these. And I think we're going to shave one more card here. Probably Staggering Insight. Just the clunkiest aura. So have Veto's up. Have Cerulean Drakes ready to go. This is a spot where Mystical Dispute will be really, really good. But we're fine. We're fine. That Maelstrom Pulse is pretty silly. Pretty silly. Alright, so on the play, game 2. And hand's great. A little light on auras again, but you know, we'll figure it out. Deck's called auras, plenty of auras in the deck. Tap land, go. We draw a Dougie. So the question is, do I want to play... Yeah, we're going to play Sram. So we can go Dog Spiritdancer next turn. They don't know that we're, have no auras at the moment, so play Sram, play this, they go. They go like land, kill this, I draw a card. It's like best case scenario, I think. So, like land, Helix, kill Sram. Great. Perfect. Draw off this. No, Spiritdancer, sure. How about an aura? Are there any auras? Any auras here? Alright. Draw another Sentinel here. Yeah, we're going to Savior. We're going to Savior and Spiritdancer now. And say go. And I eventually will draw an aura, I guess, hopefully. Maybe, possibly. We're all teed up and ready to go. Shocking Temple Guard. It's much worse mana this time around. No Triomes, no black yet. Thinking about a Clarion. Clarion would be great. I draw a card. Territorial Kavu again. Sure. It is a 4/4 at present. We untap and draw. Not an aura. Not an aura. Okay. Sure. I mean, now Deafening Clarion looks kind of awkward. We could just rebuy Lurrus to play Sentinel, which isn't the worst, honestly. I think I actually like that. So play Sentinel. Buy Lurrus and say go. Jim, you didn't put any auras in your auras deck. Oh, crap. I know I forgot something. Alright, so then still no black. And there's Clarion. So we draw one card off Clarion. Draw off this. And it's an aura. Oh my god. We drew an aura, folks. We did it. We did it. Alright. And we're going to play around Maelstrom Pulse this time, I guess. So attack, exile a card, yada, yada, yada. Alright. And get the ball rolling. There we go. Is Otawara going to be a... I think it's going to be a... Yeah. I don't know, see if it's a land or not. Play this. Play Arcane Flight. Start doing the thing. The doggy. Great draw. Spell Pierce. Great draw. Play the dog. Play Otawara. Say go. Again, we draw an aura next turn, but I've heard a rumor that there are plenty of those in the deck. Just a rumor. Can neither confirm nor deny, but iteration, that's fine. That was good. Good card. Good card. This is the card that made this Nib Mizzet deck like actually good. Not just like a meme. Very powerful card. Up. Line it up. Line it up. Yeah, we're going to just Spell Pierce this, given the chance. Gonna keep our doggy in play. They play tap land. Now they got a 5/5, whatever. They're gonna attack, great. Alright, so once again, I'd just like to draw literally any aura. There goes Sentinel. No blocks. Alright, so once again, drawing to any aura. That's a Plains. Okay. Now we're going to rebuy with Lurrus and I guess cast the Sentinel and just go from there. So... Alright, so you go. Sentinel might be on chumping duty, honestly. See what they do here. Mouse Repulse. Alright, so... Sentinel. Lets me draw. Interesting. Very interesting. We're going to try and save it. See what the story is here. Okay, they have maybe like land Clarion. It's land, not Clarion though. All right, they're gonna attack, exile the doggy probably. We're gonna block. We also have a free rebuy here at the Lurrus too, so they like Helix the Lurrus here. It's not ideal, but whatever. Sure. Calling all the shots today. Calling all the shots. Once again, any aura, and the game is not over, but in regular. We draw a Dovin's Veto. All right. Well, now we can play this, I guess. And any aura, and we're off to the races. We're good to go. Not a problem. It's any single one. It's any one. That one, that one, that one. All right. They're gonna loot away a land. We're gonna take the 5 and go to 4. Don't cast an Invis, please. They love these Maelstrom pulses. Just trying to cheese me out here. All right. And we draw an aura. Here it comes. Or land. Land's good too, I guess. All right. I guess we'll say go. They're at 7. All right. I guess you win. Better now than in the Pro Tour, right? Better now than in the Pro Tour, I guess. So I think it's a pretty good matchup, but need to run a little bit better than that. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. 0-1. 0-1. All right. Round 2. Rocking and rolling. On the draw. Want to remind you all, there's a companion article to this video, as always, on CoolStuffInc.com. I do a video article Monday, written article Friday, and of course, free content every weekday, CoolStuffInc.com. You got to go. Use promo code Jim5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. Get some games. Get yourself a Goblin token. Get yourself a new hand, because this one stinks. We're going to mulligan. Sure, this is not ideal, but fine. Keep this. And we're on the draw. I think we're going to ship a land here. Unfortunately, we only have 1 threat and no way to protect it. I mean, a blessing, but like, that's still a little sketch as far as like saving it. We're going to... They're a Lurrus deck. Yeah, I'm going to ship a land here on the draw. We're obviously down a card on the mulligan too, so we got Thoughtseize here. We're in big doo-doo, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? 6 card hands, not great. Not great. I could see an argument for dutching a spell and keeping the 3rd land to Lurrus, but ooh. Oh, okay. The mirror is tough. The mirror is pretty swingy and requires a good hand, and we do not have that at present. I think we're in trouble here. Esper Sentinel. Yep, just a straight mirror. They have a 2-drop here. We probably cannot win. No 2-drop. Interesting. All right. Well, we have our 2-drop, and we're going to cast it. So here you go. Suppose maybe it's possible it's on a mirror? Is there like some sort of other white artifact deck? I don't think so. What's going on here? Cradle of Safety? What? All right. 2 mana. That is an aura that we are not playing. Sure. And Cartouche of Solidarity. So they're going big on their Esper Sentinel. which is a very reasonable thing to do, honestly. And Aether. They must be a light pause that because they're playing all these weird, awkward auras. We draw land. And it's time to just get busy. They're going to draw a card, whatever. We can't stop it now, so play Obsession. And they can draw. And we draw. Another Obsession. Kind of want to leave Spell Pierce up, actually. So we're going to Cartouche of Solidarity. Draw again. Sentinel's Eyes. Token. Interesting. The Vigilance on Eyes is pretty good. They're probably going to chump either way. This question becomes, do I want to leave up the... I'm going to cast the... I just cast Obsession, actually. Just, like, go real big. His Eyes can block, in theory. His first strike. I think probably just not going to work, but... I'm sorry, I can't block. It's unblockable. So, let's an Obsession again. Forget Spell Pierce. Do the thing. Attack. I imagine they'll block here. Letting us draw 2 cards seems like a bad idea, so... Luckily their hand is fine, but not incredible, so... Unfortunately, I think Light Pause is the incorrect way to build a deck, but it is good in the mirror. It is very good in the mirror. Spiritdancer and Arcane Flight. Alright. Now we're going places. Hopefully they don't play a land here. Damn it. Alright, we're dead. I don't think there's any coming back from here, unfortunately. They have 2 evasive threats, and we have not too much. I guess we get like maybe they'll block, and then they play into our blessing. Spell Pierce again. Oh my god. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna attack. See if they block or not. Looks like a safe block. Obviously, Blessing does a wrench in it. If they block, we have a chance to win, I think. But I think blocking here would be just insane. We draw 2 cards, but like, I just don't know why you'd ever risk not winning the game next turn to the Blessing. So you have double Obsession on here right now. Calvin Klein. Yeah, and then we need to draw a flyer to block with. That's actually interesting. We drew the Seat of the Empire, which can channel for 2 and, in theory, kill Esper Sentinel. So, I mean, I highly doubt that they don't have stuff in their hand to stop this, but they can just go big on Spiritdancer as well. They're going right to attacks, though. Oh my god. What? Why are they only attacking with the Spiritdancer, not the Sentinel? Why would they do this? I don't understand. Are they behind me? Are they... What is... How do they know? Okay. Okay. That's pretty weird. I guess they're a lot smarter than I am. It's literally unblockable. I don't know, folks. All right, they got us. A bunch of land Spell Pierce is not going to do it. So, all right, sure. Interesting. We're going to bring in our portable holes and our punishments. Let's see, how does Light Pause work? It's not creatures, so yeah. And then we're going to cut the... all the doggies aren't any good. They don't do nothing. And Spell Pierce is weird because, like, it's not really that good, but it's at least a cheap method of interaction. You can counter a removal spell, perhaps. I'm going to cut a Drake and cut a Spell Pierce and play it like this. So, going to be very important for us to mulligan to a good hand. Mostly 2 shifts passing of a night. We do have some kill spells now post-board, obviously, but we'll see. Turn 1 Sentinel, turn 2 Spiritdancer would be the ideal opening, and then maybe an Aura or 2. See if we can't find that. Definitely looking forward to playing in the Pro Tour. We're going to figure out what this Pro Tour is. It's a set championship. It's the last Arena Online Pro Tour before the paper Pro Tours come back. Historic and Standard. And, yeah, should be sweet. All right, on the play. All right, and mulligan. Selfless Sentinel, I was really happy about it, but... All right, I mean, this hand's not great, but we're going to keep. We would like to protect our Drake. It's not going to be an easy thing to do, though. Insight is also pretty good. I'm going to bin the Cartouche. We have plenty of 1-mana ores, in theory. And I want to be able to go Insight Protect, hopefully, on turn 3. No Sentinel, please. Yeah, it's a pretty swingy mirror, honestly. We gotta just cast this. If they have a way to kill it, we're just dead. Like, unfortunately, it's a very swingy mirror. It's a lot of can you do your thing or not? No blocks. All right, so good news is my Stormchaser Drake lived, which is pretty good. We get to put the Insight on it and protect it now, but now we need to draw some rule spells. So, although I guess we're like, do we need to pay here or leave Blessing up? I think we just leave Blessing. It's so obviously Blessing up, but I'm gonna not pay. Draw off that. Attack. So flying's big here. Draw Obsession too. All right. So next turn can be Sram plus Obsession in theory. We go to draw Portable Hole. Honestly, that's what we're looking for here. There's a Sram, sure. So the one advantage we have right now is that we are in the air. Now they are too, of course. That's not good for us, but... All right. Well, the good news is they're going to block into my Blessing, I think. Oh, no, never mind. All right. Take some hits. At this point, they're already drawing infinite cards, so I think we're just going to let them draw more cards here. Play Sram. Play Obsession. Just going to let them draw. Which is what it is. Draw off Sram. Draw off Drake. Obsession is good. And just going to hold up Blessing again. The advantage we have right now are twofold. We are in the air, and we are gaining life. So those are our two current edges, even though their hand is definitely better than ours. We need to try and leverage those edges as much as possible. Also try and draw into our portable holes. Yeah, that's punishment, so there you go. So we get to Blessing in response. Draw a card. They draw a million cards. They're at this point they have infinite cards. There's like no stopping them from drawing cards. So now what? Fragment Reality. 1 white. Exile target non-token artifact, creature, or enchantment. It's going to show up as a random creature card with lesser mana value from their battle attempt. Okay. So we got a Sentinel. Sure. That's bad. I mean, now we're probably dead, but sure. What are you going to do, I guess? They punted off their Sentinel on an attack. Probably won't matter, but... Alright. Yeah, we're pretty behind. Play Spiritdancer. Play Sentinel's Eyes. Let them draw a card. No, I misclicked. I didn't mean to draw that. I drew Portable Hold. That's okay. Draw. Alright, well, I guess that works. We love this block here, I think. Because now we are ahead on board, in theory. Our hand is fine. They have a huge hand too, though, so... I think we like that block. I'm not even sure, honestly. I mean, we were like pretty behind the 8-ball this game. The fact that we're still in here is pretty cool. There's Light Paws, sure. Staggering Insight, but does not get past my Spiritdancer just yet. And of course, Light Paws can only put the aura onto the Light Paws itself. Very limiting card. All the glitters, sure. Wow. I think we're like... What? Fly? Gotta fly. Sure, I guess he got me there. Alright, now they have a 7/7 Light Paws, sure. Again, I think the one place Light Paws does shine is in the mirror. It is very, very good in the mirror because you're so linear. I think it's not good against interactive decks, but when your opponent's not interacting with you, it's very, very good. Alright, so they're going to venture into the dungeon. The Lost Mine of Phandelver. I suppose. Draw off this thing. We're a little Sram flooded here, but we can find the flying enchantment. We actually just kill if we find the flying enchantment, so let's just start drawing cards. Let's just do the thing, I guess. One flying enchantment, please. Not there. How about here? Please, please, please. No. That is a flying creature. That is not the flying enchantment we were looking for. Alright, sure. Yeah, smart block. Alright, we play Sentinel. I mean, we have to play a flying blocker here too, so... Just say go. Couple Sarams, couple lands. Call the police. Staggering Insight. All right. I think that probably just about does it. Given that I have just no ores in my hand. Just lands. And they get to find Aether Tunnel for unblockable. And one more. Yeah, we're just dead. Yeah. All right. All right. Not a very fun match. Mirror is pretty swingy, and yeah. Let nobody say that I book wins here on my content. I'm always keeping it honest. Always keeping it honest. 0-2. All right, round 3. Round 3. Let's see if we can turn it up here a little bit on the play. We keep this end. Opponent's playing Lurrus. This is it's not great, but turn 1 Sentinel really just is that good. So, ay. All right, shock it and say go. We're gonna keep this Seat of the Empire here as possible spell because we have a lot of lands right now. So, that's another mirror. Man, I guess. All right, well we're gonna just bump it up here. I mean, they have a turn 2 creature. It's not ideal. Don't plan on playing many mirrors at the Pro Tour, hopefully. All right, there's Light Paws again. Again, I think it's worse in the deck, but better in the mirror. We're just gonna Sentinel's Eyes here and offer a trade. Obviously, they're not gonna take it. So we have a lot of cards to draw with these Sentinels. So get in for a bunch. So we have 5 removal spells post-board for Light Paws, and of course none in our main deck. There's a Staggering Insight. Draw 2 cards here. Draw Spell Pierce. That'd be sick. Nope. That's actually, I'm sorry, I lied. We actually have 1 removal spell in our main deck, and that's actually really good right now. So, all the glitters, sure. Sentinel's Eyes. Okay. Right, gonna go find probably the token making thingy. be curious session. Oh, flight, sure. Alright, well, that's 9, but the joke's on them, because we can get rid of that fool right there. Do the old Otawara. Get out of here. All the enchantments go away. Get in for a decent hit. They have to gain a bunch of life there, too. We're probably still a huge dog this game, given they just like replay it and replay some stuff and our clock isn't very fast, but I'm trying. Just work with what I got here, you know. Spiritdancer. Land. Light pause. Okay. We draw another land. Alright. They're at 19. Oh, Lord. We're probably just dead, honestly, but we're going to just hold the Sentinel's Eyes, actually. 3-2. Let's play it. Get in. They got to screw up pretty bad to make this Seat of the Empire work, but... 5 cards in hand. Now they have Spiritdancer drawing cards too. Yeah, I think we're... I'd be surprised if we survive this turn. They lead on Sentinel, actually. Okay. Lead on Sentinel. No spells here, so... Another Staggering Insight? Wow. Alright. Well, draw some cards. We draw a Blessing and a Spell Pierce. Nope. Blessing's not bad, though. If this is their only attack, then Sentinel can take down Spiritdancer here. I mean, they have the eyes, too, I guess. It's not going to really work for us, but... They're going to make the Light Pause unblockable. Sure. Shock and a land. Alright, that's, it's going to cause some serious problems. It's a 6-8 now. So 1 bigger than my Blessing can make my 2 creatures. Okay. I mean, in theory, we can kill Light Pause here, borrowing a Blessing. They got that one, too. Oh, no, it's Slip Out the Back. 1 blue instant phases out the creature, puts a counter on it. Sure. That's okay, I guess. Okay, sure. And we draw Staggering Insight, and we have nothing. And we're just dead. I guess there's no flying here, but we just don't have anybody to draw cards or produce more stuff. So I'll try. I'm going to keep playing. Flying Vigilance. I'm going to pay the 1 here. And attack in the air. And go up to 7 and draw a Cartouche of Solidarity. So play Selfless Savior. We're going to Solidarity the Flyer. Play Savior. Have Blessing up. We're still dead to any aura on Light Pause, but c'est la vie. Their own doggy, sure. Okay, you win. So, sideboard again, portable holes and punishments. Again, take out the Saviors, take out a Spell Pierce, and a Drake. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Try it again. Try it again. Again, gotta have a good goldfishy draw. Now we have removal spells post board, but that game we drew 0-2 drops and they drew more than 0. So Sentinel's good, but couldn't do just enough there, unfortunately. Let's see if we can't make it work here in game number 2. Opponent's thinking about it. I'm sure sideboard is much harder. You always weird one of auras in your deck, 1 Aether Tunnel and 1 Glaring Aegis or whatever they might have. Which ones come? Which one goes? Alright, on the play. We have 2 2-drops and 3 ores. Sure, we'll keep this. This is fun. Not great. Love to have a Sentinel, obviously, but wouldn't mind a 3rd land or either, but so we're gonna lead on Drake. They have Sentinel again. Please stop. Please just stop. Just leave me alone. Alright, Drake it is. Now I want to draw land like really bad. When we gotta go Sram into Aura. If we don't draw land here, we're also in big trouble, but take one. It's pretty good. Alright, we didn't draw land. Alright, well, I guess we get to punish the Spiritdancer, which is like, we could, so this is the kind of spot where like we might need to just like try and draw land to have a chance to win this game. Whereas it is very risky to play Cartouche on Drake, because if you don't draw land, we'll probably lose the game on the spot. The question is, if I don't make a land drop this turn, can I still win this game? And I don't know if the answer is yes, honestly. I don't know if the answer is yes. I think we need to just like play the Cartouche and try and draw land. We're 40% to draw land. They all come in untapped. I think that if we miss a land drop this turn, we are probably going to be too far behind to come back. So I'm going to go for it here. This is a risky play, but I think given the context of the game, we draw a land, we have a good chance to win. If we don't draw a land, I think we're going to lose anyway. So here we go. They just draw 2, which is gross, obviously, but we don't draw a land. All right. Well, we are probably dead. Probably dead. Happy with the play. Happy with the play. Obviously, we want a punishment there. But if the Drake was a Sram, we're punishing all day. But, and I guess given that, like maybe I could have played Sram there instead, which is reasonable, I think. If we think we want to play punishment that turn and draw a card, but they're gonna Cartouche the Sentinel, not the Spiritdancer. Okay, sure. All right, no blocks. We need to draw another non-land. I think, once again, we just can't afford to miss a land drop, so we're going to make the same play as last turn. This time, we're going to give it Vigilance, so we block some stuff, maybe. Play this. They get to draw a card again. It's a miss. All right, well. Yep. So even if we had played Sram and then played Punishment on 2, we still wouldn't win the draw land for 2 turns anyway. So that's would not have been ideal regardless. Yeah, I mean we're just dead again. So this is good though. I think it's important to recognize, like, right now I would say I'm in pretty tip-top shape. A lot of times on videos I'm playing decks that like I'm playing for the first time. We're kind of messing around, having fun. This is me in peak form. I am well prepared for this Pro Tour. I've played a million games with this deck. I think it's excellent. I think my list is great. I think I'm very well prepared for the event. And you can be in literal tip-top form and still just lose. And it's humbling, to kind of recognize that. They have lifelink and vigilance. Sure, let's unblock this, And it's important to recognize it's kind of being able to look at it from the perspective of you can't control every game, the result every game all the time. But you can control your preparation, how well you play, and so on and so forth. And sometimes it is not going to work out. But as long as you're happy with your preparation, happy with how you feel you're playing, I think our opponents are playing bad matches for us as well. I think a lot of things have gone wrong in this video so far. That's not me complaining about it. To me, it's important to recognize it, but it's also important to realize, like, hey, if you think you're playing well, it is what it is. It happens, small sample size, and so on and so forth. So we do have a land. So I guess we're not completely dead in the water here. We have our punishment. We have our Cartouche as well. I think you could have a blessing here, which would be bad for us, or a spell pierce, but I think they're at 6, 12, 6, and the next turn would be more than 6. That's not 16 though, so we're going to Staggering Insight, Heliod's Punishment on the Sentinel. They draw a card, and then we're going to play, it's either Sentinel or another Aura. This is another Aura, I guess, right? Let's just start here. Play this. They draw another card. Oh, we're not going to play that one. That would be a very bad misclick. Draw a card. Alright, Spiritdancer. Better late than never, but never late is better. And we're going to punishment. Sure. I mean, we're just dead. So, what are you gonna do? You know, it happens sometimes. You know, and that's part of the reality of playing at events too. You know, like I could play this Pro Tour in 2 days, and I could go undefeated and do really well, or I could go 0-4. You know, and either way, you know, I obviously have to play well, so I have to like look at the games and be like, you know, did I play well or not? Examine it from that point of view or whatever. But that's just, you know, that is part of playing Magic, is understanding that. And yeah, we're just dead. All right, you win. You got me. So there you go. A nice 0-3, prepping for the Pro Tour here. But that's it. That's Magic sometimes. You know, and I think that's the thing you need to be able to have, you know, whether it's sets like this, tournaments like this, maybe it's a ladder session you're playing, maybe it's an FNM, maybe you drive to an SG Tour Open or whatever, or SCG Con, and you practice with all your friends, and you go to the event and you 0-3, you know, but like that is going to happen some amount of the time, you know, and it's on you to kind of like look at it, try and figure out, you know, where you went wrong and so on and so forth. But like, it's just going to happen sometimes. No Magic player wins every match. Honestly, one of the best things you can do if you're, you know, concerned with yourself as a Magic player, as far as, you know, am I getting better? You know, if you want to feel a little better about yourself, hop on to look at the standings right now. Go load the competitive championship. Hopefully I'm in first place, but scroll to the bottom and see who's at the bottom right now. Who did get 0 wins of this tournament? And someone's going to be there. You know, Brad Nelson, Reed Duke, Luis Scott Vargas, some insanely good Magic player is going to be there because things didn't go right for them that day. You know, you can't win every day, essentially, you know, the kind of thing too. So it's humbling in that regard. I think it's a good thing to do, honestly, if you're concerned with yourself. You know, if you get mad when you lose, or you feel like you get angry with yourself, or you feel like you should always win, things like that. Those are very, very bad things to have in as your mental game for a Magic player, or anything, honestly, in life. So it can be humbling to scroll the standings and see who came in last. You know, because I promise you they are really, really good at Magic, and maybe their deck was wrong, maybe they had a bad day, maybe things just didn't go right. It happens too. So I think his deck is still very, very good. Hopefully you watch me do well with it at the Pro Tour, as I said. Again, I do think that light pause, I've said it a million times, it's very good in the mirror, but it's very bad against interactive decks, and almost every deck in Historic is very interactive. Phoenix, Blue Eye Control, Jeskai Control, Golgari Food, all the top decks in the front format are very, very interactive, and light pause is very bad there, I think. So it is very good in the mirror, though, as you saw in both those matches. So that's the deck. I'm Jim Davis, or CoolStuffInc.com. Once again, let it never be said that I book my wins, all right? You see me playing Magic as I am playing it. I don't delete games that I lose. I always show my wins and my losses, because it's very, very important. You always learn more from your losses than your wins anyway, so it's important to show that side of my content as well. And then I am human, and I lose matches of Magic fairly often, actually. So I love you all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Friday for my article. And again, hopefully I do well. See you folks. Have a good one. CoolStuffInc.com. I'm Jim Davis. Promo code Jim5, 5% off your order. I'll see you next time.